Pressure is an opportunity for growth, and it's something that touches all of us at different points in our lives. Whether it's the pressure of meeting expectations at work, managing personal relationships, or simply navigating the uncertainties of life, we all face moments when the weight of responsibility feels overwhelming. But instead of viewing pressure as a force that holds us back, it's important to recognize that it can be the very catalyst for transformation. Pressure tests our limits, but in doing so, it pushes us beyond what we thought was possible. It forces us to adapt, to think critically, and to dig deeper into our reserves of strength and creativity. When we're under pressure, our natural instincts are to either fight or flee. Many of us are conditioned to see pressure as something negative, something that must be avoided or minimized at all costs. However, the most successful people are often those who understand that pressure is not inherently bad. In fact, pressure can be a tool, a sharpening stone that owns our abilities. It creates the conditions for us to rise to the occasion. Just like a diamond is formed under extreme pressure, our finest qualities, our resilience, our determination, our resourcefulness are often revealed in moments of great stress. The thing about pressure is that it demands action. It doesn't allow us to remain passive or complacent. When the stakes are high, when deadlines are looming, or when challenges seem insurmountable, pressure forces us to confront what needs to be done. It strips away the luxury of procrastination or overthinking. In those moments, we're compelled to make decisions, to prioritize, and to focus. This forced clarity is one of the gifts of pressure. It eliminates distractions and compels us to be fully present, fully engaged in the task at hand. Pressure also has a way of revealing our true character. When things are easy, it's simple to stay composed and optimistic. But when the heat is on, when things aren't going according to plan, that's when we see who we really are. Do we crumble? Do we panic? Or do we rise to the challenge? Pressure is like a mirror. It reflects our strengths, but it also highlights our weaknesses. And while this might be uncomfortable, it's an essential part of growth. We can't improve what we aren't aware of. When pressure shows us our vulnerabilities, it gives us the insight we need to address them and become better versions of ourselves. Moreover, pressure builds resilience. Every time we encounter a tough situation and navigate our way through it, we become more capable of handling future challenges. It's like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it becomes. Each difficult experience, each moment of stress, adds to our reservoir of strength. Over time, the pressures that once seemed unbearable become more manageable because we've developed the skills and the mindset to deal with them. What once caused anxiety now becomes something we can handle with greater ease. Another powerful aspect of pressure is that it fosters innovation and creativity. When we're in a tight spot, when resources are limited or time is running out, we're forced to think outside the box. Some of the greatest inventions, the most groundbreaking ideas have come from moments of immense pressure. Necessity, as they say, is the mother of invention. When there's no easy way out, when the usual methods won't suffice, pressure pushes us to find new solutions. It ignites our creative spark and drives us to come up with ideas we might never have considered in a more relaxed environment. Pressure also deepens our relationships both with others and with ourselves. In moments of stress, we often turn to the people around us for support, for advice, or just for a listening ear. These moments of vulnerability can strengthen bonds, as they remind us that we don't have to face challenges alone. On a personal level, pressure forces us to confront our own fears and doubts. It's in these moments that we learn the most about who we are and what we're capable of. When we push through pressure, we gain a sense of accomplishment and self-confidence that cannot be easily shaken. Furthermore, pressure has a way of revealing what truly matters. When we're stretched thin, when we're juggling multiple priorities, pressure forces us to make choices. We can't do everything, and under pressure, we must decide what's most important. This process of elimination, this forced prioritization, helps clarify our values. It strips away the unnecessary and helps us focus on what is essential. In this way, pressure doesn't just help us grow, it helps us grow in the right direction toward the things that are most meaningful to us. While pressure can feel overwhelming at times, it's important to remember that it's temporary. No situation, no matter how stressful, lasts forever. But the growth that comes from enduring and overcoming pressure, that lasts a lifetime. Each time we push through a difficult situation, we carry the lessons learned with us. These experiences become part of our foundation, a well of strength we can draw from in the future. Embracing challenges is one of the most essential pathways to real growth. Life, by its very nature, is filled with obstacles, roadblocks that come in many forms, whether personal, professional, emotional, or even physical. When faced with these challenges, the instinctual reaction might be to avoid or minimize them. After all, challenges are uncomfortable. They push us out of our comfort zones and force us to confront our weaknesses. However, it is precisely in these moments of discomfort that we grow the most. Growth does not happen in still waters, but in the raging currents that challenge us to swim harder, think smarter, and rise above the waves. Challenges are opportunities disguised as difficulties. It's easy to look at a tough situation and feel discouraged, but when we shift our perspective, challenges become tests of our resilience and resourcefulness. They are moments where we are called to stretch beyond what we think we are capable of. By embracing challenges, we allow ourselves to tap into a deeper well of potential. It's in these moments of trial where we learn what we are truly made of. Every challenge is an invitation to become a better, stronger version of ourselves. Instead of asking why something is happening to us, we can start asking what we can learn from it. When we embrace challenges, we develop the mindset of a problem solver. Life rarely goes according to plan, and when things don't unfold the way we expect, we are forced to adapt. This adaptation requires creativity, resilience, and the ability to remain calm under pressure. Each challenge that we face sharpens these skills. It forces us to think differently, to try new approaches, and to step into uncharted territory. This process of problem solving is at the heart of personal growth. The more we embrace challenges, the more adept we become at navigating uncertainty, and this agility is a key ingredient to long-term success. Challenges also foster humility. When we are constantly winning or succeeding without much effort, it can be easy to become complacent or overconfident. However, when we face challenges that test our limits, we are reminded that we are not infallible. We are reminded that there is always more to learn, more room for improvement. This humility is essential for growth because it keeps us grounded. It pushes us to seek knowledge, to ask for help when needed, and to acknowledge that we don't have all the answers. Humility opens the door to learning and self-improvement, two cornerstones of real growth. Embracing challenges helps us build perseverance. When we commit to facing challenges head-on, we develop the mental toughness required to keep going even when the going gets tough. Challenges are rarely solved in an instant. They often require sustained effort, multiple attempts, and the willingness to fail and try again. Each time we push through a challenge, even when it's difficult, we strengthen our ability to persevere. This resilience becomes a muscle that, once developed, can carry us through future challenges with greater ease. The ability to keep going in the face of adversity is one of the most powerful tools we can have in our personal growth arsenal. Challenges also reveal our strengths. In times of difficulty, we are forced to rely on the skills and qualities that come naturally to us. Maybe it's our ability to stay calm under pressure, or our knack for problem solving, or our emotional intelligence. Whatever our strengths may be, challenges shine a light on them. They show us what we are capable of when we are pushed to our limits. By recognizing and embracing these strengths, we become more confident in our abilities. This self-awareness is crucial for growth, as it allows us to leverage our strengths in future situations, making us more effective and successful in whatever we do. In embracing challenges, we also cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. People with a growth mindset view challenges as opportunities to learn rather than threats to be avoided. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success, but a stepping stone on the path to success. By embracing challenges, we shift from a fixed mindset where we believe our abilities are set in stone to a growth mindset where we see ourselves as constantly evolving. This shift in perspective empowers us to take on bigger and more ambitious challenges as we grow. Embracing challenges teaches us the value of patience. Growth doesn't happen overnight, and challenges often require time and persistence to overcome. When we accept that challenges are a natural part of the process, we become more patient with ourselves and the journey we are on. We learn to trust the process, even when progress seems slow or invisible. This patience is vital because it keeps us from becoming discouraged when things don't go as quickly or smoothly as we'd hoped. It allows us to stay committed to our goals, even when the path is difficult, knowing that real growth is often a slow, steady climb. Challenges also help us build empathy and compassion. When we face difficulties, we gain a deeper understanding of what others might be going through in their own lives. This shared experience of struggle can help us connect more deeply with others and foster a sense of community. By embracing our own challenges, we become more empathetic to the challenges others face. This empathy allows us to build stronger relationships and support systems, which are invaluable in times of difficulty. Growth isn't just about individual progress, it's also about growing in our ability to connect with and support those around us. Embracing challenges fosters a sense of accomplishment that can't be replicated by easy success. There is a deep satisfaction that comes from overcoming something difficult. It's the kind of pride that comes not from external validation, but from knowing within yourself that you did something hard and came out stronger on the other side. This sense of accomplishment fuels further growth, as it builds confidence and courage to take on even greater challenges in the future. Every time we embrace a challenge and overcome it, we not only grow, but we also build the belief in ourselves that we can handle whatever comes our way. Focusing amidst pressure is one of the most crucial skills anyone can develop, yet it's often one of the hardest to master. When the weight of responsibility starts to press down, when deadlines are looming, and when the chaos of life begins to swirl around, staying focused becomes a challenge. In these moments, our minds can easily become overwhelmed, scattered by the urgency of the situation or the sheer volume of tasks that need to be completed. However, it's precisely in these high-pressure moments where focus becomes most valuable. The ability to concentrate, to zero in on what truly matters, and to block out distractions can make the difference between success and failure. Pressure often creates a sense of urgency, and this urgency can lead to a frantic kind of energy, where the mind races and attention shifts from one thing to the next. It's natural to feel overwhelmed when the stakes are high, but it's in these moments where slowing down mentally is essential. When we're under pressure, the tendency might be to rush through tasks, to move quickly in an attempt to keep up with the demands around us. However, this haste often leads to mistakes, oversight, and missteps. The more pressure we feel, the more important it becomes to ground ourselves, to take a deep breath, and to focus our minds on the task at hand with clarity and intention. Maintaining focus under pressure is not just about eliminating distractions, it's also about prioritization. When everything feels urgent, it can be difficult to distinguish between what's important and what's merely pressing. In high-pressure situations, the ability to prioritize is key. Instead of trying to tackle everything at once, focus requires that we ask ourselves what truly needs to be done first. What are the tasks that will move us forward? What can be set aside for later? This process of triage us to focus on the essential, ensuring that our energy is directed toward the most impactful actions rather than being dispersed across a sea of less critical tasks. Pressure often clouds judgment, making it hard to think clearly and make sound decisions. The adrenaline rush that comes with stress can create a heightened sense of alertness, but it can also narrow our focus in unproductive ways. When we feel like we're in survival mode, our instinct might be to react impulsively, to choose the path of least resistance, or to give in to the anxiety that pressure creates. True focus, however, requires a calm mind. It requires the ability to step back, even in the most intense situations, and assess the situation with a level head. This kind of focus is not about rushing into action, but about making deliberate, thoughtful choices that lead to better outcomes. In the face of pressure, it's also important to break tasks into manageable pieces. A large, looming project or overwhelming deadline can create a sense of paralysis. The sheer size of the challenge ahead can make it difficult to focus on anything at all. However, by breaking the task down into smaller, more manageable steps, we can regain a sense of control. Each small victory builds momentum and makes it easier to keep moving forward. Focusing on one step at a time, rather than being overwhelmed by the whole, allows us to make steady progress, even in the most pressured circumstances. One of the greatest threats to focus during times of pressure is distraction. In a world full of constant notifications, endless to-do lists, and competing demands on our attention, it's easy to get pulled away from what truly matters. Distractions become even more tempting when we're under stress because our brains are wired to seek relief from discomfort. Checking emails, scrolling through social media, or getting lost in busy work can provide momentary respite. But these distractions only serve to dilute our focus and extend the pressure we're feeling. To focus amidst pressure requires a conscious effort to minimize distractions, to create boundaries that protect our attention, and to stay disciplined in our work. The mental and emotional strain of pressure can also lead to fatigue, and when we're tired, our ability to focus diminishes. Physical and mental exhaustion make it harder to think clearly, to stay on task, and to maintain the sharpness of mind needed in critical moments. Therefore, managing our energy becomes as important as managing our time. Taking short breaks, getting enough rest, and practicing self-care are vital components of maintaining focus under pressure. It may seem counterintuitive to slow down when deadlines are tight or responsibilities are piling up, but without proper rest, our ability to focus deteriorates. By taking care of our bodies and minds, we create the conditions necessary for sustained focus, even in high-pressure environments. Another aspect of focusing amidst pressure is emotional regulation. Pressure often triggers strong emotional responses: stress, anxiety, fear, or frustration. These emotions can cloud our thinking and make it difficult to stay focused on the task at hand. Learning to manage our emotional responses is a key part of maintaining focus. Techniques such as mindfulness, deep breathing, or even stepping away from the situation for a few moments can help calm the mind and bring emotions under control. By staying emotionally centered, we create the mental space needed for clear, focused thinking, even when the pressure is intense. Focus amidst pressure also requires a level of mental toughness and discipline. It's easy to get discouraged or to lose motivation when things aren't going as planned, but true focus means staying committed, even when the going gets tough. It means pushing through distractions, fatigue, and frustration, and keeping your eyes on the goal. This kind of mental toughness is cultivated over time. It's built through repeated practice, by continuously choosing to focus when it would be easier to give in to distractions or give up altogether. The more we train ourselves to focus under pressure, the more natural it becomes. Focusing amidst pressure demands that we stay connected to our purpose. When we are clear about why we are doing something, it becomes easier to stay focused, even when the pressure mounts. Purpose provides a guiding light, a reason to keep going when the obstacles seem insurmountable. By reminding ourselves of the bigger picture, why the task matters, who it's for, and what the long-term goals are, we can maintain focus, even when every fiber of our being is feeling the strain of pressure. Purpose cuts through the noise, helping us to stay centered, grounded, and focused on what truly matters. Difficult situations are setups for comebacks, and while they often feel overwhelming in the moment, they have a unique way of becoming catalysts for transformation. When we find ourselves in a tough spot, whether it's a personal setback, a professional failure, or a challenge that tests our strength, it can seem as if we've hit a wall. Yet, history and experience show that these very moments, the ones that seem insurmountable, are often the prelude to the greatest comebacks. It's during these times of difficulty that we're forced to dig deep, to reassess our approach, and to come back stronger and more resilient than ever before. While uncomfortable, has a way of sharpening our focus. When everything is going smoothly, we can coast along without much thought, relying on our routines and established patterns. But when we're confronted with difficulty, those routines are disrupted. We're forced to confront our limitations, our weaknesses, and the areas of our lives that need attention. This disruption, though painful, is necessary for growth. Difficult situations compel us to ask hard questions. What went wrong? What can I do differently? How can I adapt? These questions lay the groundwork for a comeback by forcing us to evaluate and improve ourselves. A key element of any comeback is resilience, the ability to bounce back after being knocked down. Difficult situations are the ultimate test of resilience. They push us to our limits and demand that we find the strength to keep moving forward, even when the odds are stacked against us. Every time we push through a tough situation, we build our resilience muscles. Each setback becomes a stepping stone, preparing us for future challenges. It's in the crucible of adversity that we develop the grit necessary to face life's toughest moments and emerge stronger. Without difficult situations, we wouldn't have the opportunity to test and strengthen our resilience. Difficult situations often provide us with valuable lessons that we wouldn't learn in easier times. Success and comfort, while enjoyable, don't always teach us the most important lessons. It's in failure, in struggle, that we're able to gain new insights about ourselves and the world around us. Maybe we learn the importance of patience, or we discover new strategies for problem solving, or we develop a deeper sense of empathy for others going through similar struggles. Whatever the lesson, difficult situations are rich with opportunities for growth. These lessons are the foundation upon which our comebacks are built, as they give us the tools and knowledge we need to approach future challenges with a new perspective. One of the reasons difficult situations lead to comebacks is that they force us to adapt. When something isn't working, when a plan falls apart or a goal seems out of reach, we can't simply continue doing the same things and expect different results. Adversity forces us to innovate, to think outside the box, and to find new ways to approach problems. This adaptability is key to any successful comeback. It's about being flexible enough to change course when necessary, to pivot when the original plan isn't yielding results, and to embrace new strategies that will ultimately lead to success. In this way, difficult situations don't just lead to comebacks, they lead to smarter, more creative solutions. Another important aspect of difficult situations is that they often reveal our inner strength. It's easy to doubt ourselves when we're in the middle of a tough situation. We may feel defeated, overwhelmed, or unsure of how to move forward. But once we come through on the other side, we often realize just how strong and capable we are. Difficult situations have a way of stripping away the surface-level confidence that comes from external achievements and forcing us to rely on our inner resources. It's in these moments that we discover our true strength, the kind that doesn't waver in the face of hardship but grows stronger with each challenge we face. Difficult situations also challenge us to shift our mindset. When we're in the midst of a setback, it's easy to fall into a negative, defeatist attitude. We might feel like giving up, or we might start to believe that we're not capable of achieving our goals. However, a key to any successful comeback is the ability to change our perspective. Instead of seeing difficulty as an obstacle, we can start to see it as an opportunity, a chance to grow, to learn, and to improve. This shift in mindset is powerful because it transforms our relationship with adversity. Instead of avoiding difficult situations, we begin to welcome them as opportunities for growth and progress. In many cases, difficult situations are a test of our commitment. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well, but true commitment is revealed when the road gets tough. Difficult situations challenge us to stay the course, even when it feels like everything is working against us. They ask us how badly we want to achieve our goals and whether we're willing to put in the hard work and perseverance needed to get there. Those who are truly committed don't back down in the face of difficulty, they double down, dig deeper, and find a way to push through. This unwavering commitment is often what separates those who make a comeback from those who don't. Difficult situations also help us build empathy and compassion. When we've gone through tough times ourselves, we're more likely to understand and connect with others who are struggling. This sense of empathy can be incredibly powerful, as it allows us to build stronger, more supportive relationships. And often, it's through these relationships that our comebacks are made possible. Whether it's the encouragement of a friend, the support of a mentor, or simply the knowledge that others have been through similar challenges, the empathy we develop in difficult times can provide us with the motivation and inspiration we need to keep going. Difficult situations remind us of the importance of perseverance. They show us that success isn't always about talent or luck, it's about the ability to keep going, even when things are hard. Perseverance is the backbone of any comeback. It's what keeps us moving forward when the path is uncertain, when progress is slow, and when obstacles seem insurmountable. Difficult situations give us the opportunity to practice perseverance, to build the mental and emotional toughness needed to overcome challenges. With each difficult situation we face, we grow stronger, more resilient, and more capable of making a successful comeback. Channeling pressure instead of escaping it is a transformative approach that can lead to remarkable growth and achievement. Pressure is often viewed as a negative force, something to be avoided or escaped from at all costs. However, when we shift our perspective and learn to embrace and channel that pressure, it can become a powerful ally in our journey towards success. Rather than allowing pressure to overwhelm us, we can use it as a source of motivation and energy, transforming it into something constructive that propels us forward. Understanding the nature of pressure is the first step toward learning to channel it effectively. Pressure can arise from various sources: deadlines, expectations, personal goals, or external challenges. While it can feel uncomfortable, pressure is often a natural part of life, especially in high-stakes situations. Recognizing that pressure is a universal experience can help us reframe our relationship with it. Instead of seeing ourselves as victims of pressure, we can understand that it is an inherent part of striving for success. This awareness allows us to approach pressure with curiosity rather than fear, opening the door to new possibilities. When faced with pressure, many people instinctively want to escape or avoid it. This can manifest as procrastination, distraction, or even avoidance of the tasks or situations that cause stress. However, escaping pressure does not make it go away. It often exacerbates the situation, leading to even greater stress and anxiety later on. Instead of running away, we must learn to confront pressure head-on. By acknowledging it and choosing to engage with it, we empower ourselves to take control of the situation. This active engagement transforms pressure from a source of fear into a challenge that we can rise to meet. One effective way to channel pressure is through goal setting. When we face a high-pressure situation, it can be helpful to break down our goals into smaller, manageable tasks. This approach allows us to focus on what we can control rather than getting overwhelmed by the bigger picture. Setting clear, achievable objectives provides us with a roadmap, helping us stay focused and organized even when pressure mounts. Each small victory along the way reinforces our confidence and reminds us that we are capable of overcoming challenges, fostering a sense of accomplishment that fuels our drive to keep going. Another powerful technique for channeling pressure is mindfulness. Mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing, and visualization can help ground us in the present moment. When we feel pressure rising, it's easy for our minds to spiral into a state of anxiety or panic, imagining worst-case scenarios or fixating on outcomes we cannot control. Mindfulness allows us to step back from those thoughts, to observe them without judgment, and to cultivate a sense of calm amid chaos. By focusing on our breath and staying present, we can create a mental space that allows us to channel the energy of pressure into positive action rather than succumbing to fear. Resilience is another key aspect of channeling pressure effectively. The ability to bounce back from setbacks and maintain a positive outlook is vital when navigating high-pressure situations. Every challenge we face can be viewed as an opportunity to build resilience. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, we can reframe them as learning experiences. Each time we encounter a difficult situation, we learn more about ourselves and our capabilities. This accumulated knowledge and strength can be channeled into future challenges, enabling us to face pressure with greater confidence and determination. Building a support network is also crucial in learning to channel pressure. When we share our experiences and challenges with others, we create a sense of community that can help alleviate feelings of isolation or overwhelm. Whether it's friends, family, colleagues, or mentors, having a support system in place allows us to seek guidance, share strategies, and draw inspiration from those who have faced similar challenges. This collective wisdom can be a powerful resource, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. Moreover, others can help us gain perspective, offering insights that we might overlook when we're caught up in our own feelings of pressure. Physical activity is another effective way to channel pressure into something productive. Engaging in exercise, whether it's a vigorous workout or a calming yoga session, can help release pent-up energy and stress. Physical activity promotes the release of endorphins, which can elevate our mood and enhance our sense of well-being. When we channel the energy from pressure into movement, we create a positive feedback loop that not only helps reduce stress, but also boosts our confidence and motivation. Exercise can serve as a powerful reminder of our strength and resilience, reinforcing the idea that we can face challenges head-on. Maintaining a positive mindset is essential when learning to channel pressure. It's easy to slip into negative thinking patterns when confronted with stress, but cultivating a positive outlook can make a significant difference in how we respond to pressure. This doesn't mean ignoring our feelings or pretending everything is okay. Rather, it's about choosing to focus on solutions rather than problems. Positive affirmations, gratitude practices, and visualization techniques can help us maintain a hopeful perspective, reminding us of our capabilities and the potential for growth that lies within challenging situations. Reflecting on past experiences can be a powerful tool for channeling pressure. When we take the time to analyze how we have navigated previous high-pressure situations, we can identify strategies that worked well and areas for improvement. This reflection allows us to learn from our experiences, equipping us with the knowledge and skills needed to handle future pressures more effectively. By recognizing our growth and resilience in the face of adversity, we can approach new challenges with a sense of confidence and determination, knowing that we have successfully navigated similar situations before. In summary, channeling pressure rather than escaping it is a powerful approach that can lead to personal growth, resilience, and success. By shifting our perspective, setting goals, practicing mindfulness, building support networks, engaging in physical activity, maintaining a positive mindset, and reflecting on past experiences, we can transform pressure from a burden into a catalyst for progress. When we learn to harness the energy of pressure, we empower ourselves to face challenges with confidence, creativity, and determination. Adopting a growth mindset in the face of adversity is a transformative approach that can significantly impact our ability to navigate life's challenges. A growth mindset, as defined by psychologist Carol Dweck, is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication, hard work, and perseverance. This mindset stands in stark contrast to a fixed mindset, which holds that our abilities are static and unchangeable. When adversity strikes, those with a growth mindset view challenges as opportunities for learning and growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. This fundamental shift in perspective can be a game changer in how we respond to setbacks and difficulties. In times of adversity, it's easy to feel defeated and to spiral into negative thinking. Challenges can make us question our abilities, our worth, and our potential for success. However, by adopting a growth mindset, we can reframe our thinking and view these challenges as stepping stones toward improvement. Instead of seeing failure as an endpoint, we can view it as a valuable part of the learning process. Each setback provides us with information about what doesn't work, helping us to refine our approach and build resilience. Embracing this perspective allows us to develop a more optimistic outlook, even in the face of significant difficulties. One of the critical aspects of a growth mindset is the ability to embrace feedback. When we encounter adversity, we often receive feedback from our experiences, peers, and mentors. Those with a growth mindset see feedback as a gift and opportunity to learn and improve. Rather than taking criticism personally or viewing it as a reflection of their worth, they understand that constructive feedback is essential for growth. This openness to feedback allows them to adjust their strategies, enhance their skills, and ultimately thrive in challenging situations. By actively seeking out feedback and using it to inform their actions, individuals can continuously improve and adapt to adversity. Resilience is a key component of adopting a growth mindset. Adversity tests our resilience, and those with a growth mindset tend to bounce back more effectively. They possess a strong belief in their capacity to learn and adapt, which empowers them to face challenges head-on. When setbacks occur, they view them not as failures but as opportunities to practice resilience. Each time they encounter adversity, they build their capacity to withstand future challenges. This resilience becomes a powerful tool, allowing them to approach difficult situations with confidence and determination, knowing that they have the ability to overcome obstacles. Another important element of a growth mindset is the willingness to take risks. When faced with adversity, the fear of failure can be paralyzing, leading individuals to avoid taking necessary risks. However, those who adopt a growth mindset understand that risk-taking is a crucial part of growth. They are willing to step outside their comfort zones, knowing that failure is a potential outcome but not a definitive end. This willingness to take risks fosters creativity and innovation, enabling them to explore new solutions and possibilities. In this way, adversity becomes a catalyst for experimentation and discovery, propelling them toward personal and professional growth. Maintaining a long-term perspective is essential when adopting a growth mindset in the face of adversity. Challenges can feel overwhelming in the moment, leading us to lose sight of our goals and aspirations. However, those with a growth mindset remind themselves that setbacks are often temporary and that growth takes time. They focus on the bigger picture, understanding that the journey towards success is rarely a straight path. By keeping their long-term goals in mind, they can stay motivated and committed to their growth, even when the going gets tough. This perspective allows them to endure difficult times with a sense of purpose, knowing that their efforts will ultimately lead to progress. In addition to maintaining a long-term perspective, practicing self-compassion is vital when facing adversity. Those with a growth mindset are kind to themselves during challenging times. Instead of engaging in negative self-talk or self-criticism, they acknowledge their struggles and treat themselves with the same compassion they would offer a friend. This self-compassion helps to mitigate feelings of shame and inadequacy, allowing them to focus on growth rather than dwelling on perceived failures. By being gentle with themselves, they create a safe space for reflection and learning, enabling them to move forward with renewed energy and determination. Cultivating a supportive environment is crucial for fostering a growth mindset in the face of adversity. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who encourage and inspire us can significantly impact our ability to navigate challenges. When we engage with people who have a growth mindset themselves, we are more likely to adopt similar attitudes and behaviors. These supportive relationships provide us with motivation, perspective, and valuable insights during difficult times. Additionally, being part of a community that values growth and resilience reinforces our commitment to developing a growth mindset and encourages us to persevere through adversity.